Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bad Orange and also Ethan. And today we're here to deliver
Yo,
our third podcast. I know it's been a while, but we've been busy on a number of productions.
God,
I've
have
moved
we?
rooms. I kind of have a mustache thing going on right now.
Do you?
Uh, yeah, it's barely like you can
It's a
kind of
no.
see it,
It's a
but
no for
it's
me.
well, I'm working on it. It's something I can only do it once. I can do it once a year. I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of this.
Okay.
Actually checked in. I asked Haley, do you mind if I'm wearing this? And she's like, you know what? I support you 100%. Let's do it.
Ah,
So that's the deal with that. Anywho, on to more important things. We just wrapped a ton of stuff. We wrapped a documentary. We
yes.
wrapped a award-winning Halloween short film called PTSD. As at this point, like spoiler alert, it's called Point Then Shoot Demons
Yep.
that Ethan directed and wrote, and it came out marvelously. I've heard
God.
nothing but good things about it.
Yeah. It's just been this hurricane of stuff that we've been making sure gets done and make sure gets like the appropriate attention that they deserve after the fact. So
Right.
the job doesn't stop when the camera stops and you upload it to YouTube. The job continues, like making sure it gets behind all the eyes or in front of all the eyes that you can get it, including, competitions and awards.
Exactly, man. And that's exactly what we've been trying to do. We've entered into a ton of festivals. I think this is the first time we've gotten this many wins and selections and finalist spots like within like such an isolated time period because
Mm-hmm.
we released PTSD and then we got a best editing award from that and we got a selection there. We're still waiting on some competition notifications that are going to be happening later this month. And then right
Mm-hmm.
after that, we had Shoestring enter its festival circuit. And that's the first time that we've won like best picture pretty much at a festival, best feature picture.
Did
So I was
that
like, oh
like
shit.
did that confirm get a win?
Yeah, yeah,
Shoestring.
yeah, dude, that was best narrative feature. Like that was
Oh yeah,
confirmed.
yeah, best narrative feature.
Yeah,
That's right.
which was like the number one listed award over there, which is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a selection from I think the Montreal International Film Festival, which
Yeah,
is pretty cool. And then just last night we got notified that this was like I think this was the first year running. It was a Tampa Bay Motion Picture Industry Professional Festival. It's kind of a long
yeah.
thing, but I think I nailed it. But we're waiting on that, and we should find out, pretty soon whether or not we get selected by the audience of that. But we'll see. Anyways, it's just been good exposure. Just another laurel we can throw up to make things look good.
Yeah.
Shoestring is current.
There's like a bunch of there's always like a stereotype
Oh
of
yeah,
for student films to like go to a no name like competition. Not that the ones that we won were no name. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But
that's the
um,
mystery.
always submitting to just whatever film festival they can, getting some no name laurel to throw on their thing. But I feel good that like we have some recognition
Yeah,
behind stuff.
yeah, I'd say so too. I think it was really surprising because I decided to go ahead and throw our public, I guess, press screening and our premiere screenings of Shoestring Spectacle on advancedscreenings.com. Which, if you don't know what that
Yeah.
is, like if you want to go to like your basic mile high, you know, view of all the advanced screenings going on, you can visit that site and then it'll direct you to GoFobo or Warner Brothers screenings or
Right.
whatever. But I submitted it. I'm like, okay, shot in the dark. And then, within a couple hours, they approved it. I'm like, wait, why am I getting like all these different, ticket,
Mhm.
subscriptions and buys from people we don't know? And I'm like, oh shit, they approved it. So that
Mhm.
went pretty well. We have actually a bunch of critics are watching it right now. We've been sending it over. We've been trying to be very proactive in that front. So we should be getting some actual like written reviews on it
Yeah,
coming together shortly.
hopefully there'll be people that write glowing reviews and they'll tag us and stuff, and people will
Right.
follow that tag and they can follow us on social media, and we get an enormous audience from
I
there.
hope so.
So
I mean
fingers
that's definitely
crossed that's what
fingers
it's going to
crossed on
be.
that one. If
Yeah.
anything, the first like I guess summary we got, I'm not going to disclose the source yet until the guy actually writes the article, but I remember getting like a direct message via our Bad Orange Instagram. It's like, hey guys, that was really fun.
Mhm.
Thanks for letting me come to that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I was a little concerned because there were a couple other critics that I sent over. It's like, hey, just so you know, we're gonna be honest. Just are you sure you
Yeah.
want it? I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
did they really like send like a warning almost?
Before we
Right,
send it,
right.
because I'm assuming people just send them shit all the time.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, I'd say that out of everything we've done, this probably has the least level of sus.
Right. No, this
in
is
it.
pretty clean. It's
PTSD
a
was pretty
nice
clean
doc.
too.
It's semi clean. You know, I threw it through the washer. Maybe I didn't empty my pockets beforehand.
But you know what? It came out okay.
Came out. I still put it in the dryer and it dried just fine.
I think so. I think if anything, there's definitely been an upward trajectory of our last couple projects.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
We still have to. I think we still have to get like more critics' names and Instagrams to Haley so she can reach out to them.
Oh, we there's like, dude, I'm not sure if you checked the Instagram thing, but we like 30 or 40. There's a lot of people, and there's 5 confirmed. Yes, we will watch. And
okay, because I meant to go through the YouTube list and the Instagram list of finding social medias to send them her way. But if we've got a good amount, then
we've got. I mean, keep sending them. I mean, if you can find something else, you know, the more the merrier. We got tons of screener links. That's something else we've tried differently this time around. We tried using like a screener link platform, so it looks more professional. It's not like, hey, you know, for me at least, there'd be nothing more disheartening than clicking an advanced screening thing, and then you get the, you know, the invite, and then it's a YouTube link, and you're like, oh no, what am I about to watch? Like, it already sets like a
TV
precedence.
is like a major step up in terms of like professionalism. I'm pretty sure I've used it before for like other movies, so I'm perfectly happy to be using that. Of course, we can hopefully one day we'll go, you know, higher and higher.
Right. I hope so too. Eventually just get like a legitimate distributor, which is funny because I did go ahead and throw it towards a couple, you know, larger studios. I'm like, you know what, Hulu, let's throw it over there.
Absolutely.
1091.
I mentioned to you that we just have to get our names in front of them as many times as possible. So either they will shut the door in our face, but at least say bye to us, or they'll eventually open the door and let us in because we're knocking so many times.
It's kind of like that old like wise person. I've taken a liking to these persistent individuals.
These little kids.
These little children. Man, we're trying, dude. We're pulling. You know, additionally, I guess we're also, we're working on, I guess at this point we can talk about it, Fagatron.
If we can say, if he wants us to know it.
Yeah, no, he's made it public on all of his platforms at this point that we're working on that.
Yeah. So are we allowed to say the name though?
I mean, that's what it's the name. Yes, that's on the Kickstarter. So yes, I would say so.
All right. Yes, we are working on Fagatron. Edwin, please don't cancel us for saying that. But
yeah, don't. Okay, so about the name. So from what you can probably deduce, it is about a superhero with kind of like I'm not sure. I'm not going to go and say it has a like per se like gay orientation because I was corrected on that. I want to go and say that it was more like, was it gender fluid, more like a fluid or kind of like metro?
I'm not sure what it was supposed to be, or I'm not sure. I don't remember right now, but it's definitely a non-straight, non-heterosexual superhero take.
Right.
And
so it's original.
What we're working on right now. Yeah.
And the name was specifically designed to basically take away power from the term, you know, fag in a negative context to something that people can be proud of, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. And that's the message that really attracted Ethan and I to the project when we heard about it. So it's different, excited. We definitely had a hand in the screenplay there. So at this point, just looking forward to seeing how that production is going to go. We're in pre-production for that right now. Hopefully we can get some good talent behind that. Yeah. So excited for that.
I'm looking forward to like the piece that we try to get in December, because hopefully we're going to work not as little as possible, but just try to take it easy since we have been working since June now or July.
Man, you're telling me I'm losing count. It's just one big blur.
Hopefully we can take things a little bit easier in December and have things like wraps and ideally just ready to be put, you know, a bow slapped on there. At least like finishing touches in December before we send it out. Do we announce the show that we're working on, the tub?
Oh yeah, so I don't think we've officially announced it yet, but we can go ahead and do it with this.
Cut
we can make that the thumbnail. All right. So we are doing the tub season 2. It's almost done being written, and we are going to be shooting that within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the first 3 episodes, season 1, I suppose they're on this page, on this channel right now, as well as our Instagram that you can check that out. So check it out. Catch up on the first season. There's so many things, so much information that you
Oh,
need to know going into the second season. You
oh,
need
of
like
course.
a whole Bible to figure
So
out what's
much
going
happens,
on. Yeah,
especially with the huge cliffhanger involving your character at the end of in the
exactly.
season finale. So
So
definitely
definitely
check that
watch
out.
that.
It's funny. I'm not just saying that it's funny because we want you to think it's funny because we want you to watch it. Various people have said this is funny. So if you want to laugh, check it out.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's also in the works. And also, right now we're working, I guess, kind of privately on like a horror self-aware script.
Yeah. It's fun
Involving,
that like, oh, go ahead.
yeah, I guess it involves kind of like gangsters in like a Get Out, almost Conjuring setting.
Yeah. So
And
it's
it's gonna
nice
be
that we
good.
get to like work with a client to that extent. Like, look
Right.
at, I never thought I could get to the day where I say like my client, you know?
We have clients, and it's cool because we're very fortunate that they've kind of let us kind of, all of them so far, just kind of run with an idea and like, okay, you guys seem to know what you're doing. Go ahead, take
Yeah.
it. If I want to make any adjustments, we can go ahead and talk about it. But they trust our creative
Right.
architecture to make these stories come to life off the page. And I feel honored that people trust us with that. And
I
it's
think
something new, and I'm
it's,
excited.
I think it's because, we're charismatic guys. And I think if we sell ourselves in like the first meeting,
Mhm.
I guess that's the pitch meeting.
Right.
Then I think if we nail that, then we definitely get doors open for us, obviously. So with Fagatron, I think that that pitch went very well and he seemed very happy with what we wanted to bring to the table. Same thing for this client. Our first meeting, we nailed it.
Yeah.
So I guess this is
We,
just
we
like
did.
a business positivity.
Yeah. We're
moment.
gassing ourselves up a little bit, but we got the job done,
Yeah.
if anything.
So we've got a few more weeks to finish that script, and it's looking good. That one there.
Yeah. There's a lot of things happening right now. And I know Ethan and I are definitely on the same page where it's fun. It's a lot of hard work, but
Yeah.
definitely getting ready to just hit that, okay, vacation button.
Mm-hmm.
Not paid. We can't do that yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Are you
But,
you're doing something for December, right? Are you taking a trip?
Yeah, I'm hopefully, God willing, I will be going from here to Tallahassee, back to my hometown. So, Miami, and that'll be fun. So just looking forward to doing that.
Nice.
It's been a while since I've actually done a road trip. So definitely excited.
Are you driving down here?
Well, I'm flying. So I'm flying actually from
from
here.
Tallahassee. Okay, it's Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Okay.
To basically get a ride with Haley, and then from there to just kind of
it's perfect.
come back, and I'll be back in Miami from what it's looking like right now, probably January 10th.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed on that end. Okay. But we're gonna have to go ahead and see what the deal is with that.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, so we have our big premiere coming up for Shoestring Spectacle.
Yes.
And I can say this is fun. This will be definitely the biggest online thing.
Right.
We've ever
Because you
done,
mentioned we had the advanced screenings people get that link. They managed to grab tickets. So if we can get like random consumers and people to, we entice them clearly by, the synopsis that was put on advanced screenings. So
I don't know how the hell they literally looked at that and they were just kind of like, okay, I guess this sounds kind of interesting.
Is our project the most indie project that's ever been on advanced screenings?
I mean,
just looking at like small creators, if we look at like, because obviously there are Warner Brothers movies on there and A24 movies, are we the smallest company to get on advanced screenings?
I mean, we might be, but we're boxing them out. I guess we got to I looked, we were like number 3 on that chart, and I was like, oh, and I was looking, it's like a lot of people looked at the link, a lot of people watched the trailer, a lot of people looked through everything. And I remember when I looked at our first press screening we had, And we opened up to have some people in there as well for the premiere, mainly because I wanted to see how it would function and just see how long it would take for us to set up the links. So it was kind of like a test run. And I was looking through and I'm like, okay, I just hope that people don't watch like the first 3 minutes, like, what the fuck is this? And then just like deck out. And I was looking, like, people watched the whole damn thing and seemed to really enjoy it from what I've heard so far, which is that one person. Hopefully, you know, more people will.
Fingers crossed. How many other confirmed views did we get?
How many confirmed out of there? We got a lot. Okay. I haven't looked at the exact numbers, but it was a general trend. I looked over, a lot of people watched the entire thing, which is good.
Okay. Well, as long as we get follow-ups, as long as we follow up with critics and we make sure we get their reviews and critiques, oh man, people are reviewing things that we made.
Oh, I know. It's a little bit different. Because, you know, we used to be those small, you know, YouTubers, and now we're on the opposite end. Now we are the producers and we are the studio. We are the house at this point, pushing our project out. So, and it's happening pretty soon. I mean, when is it? This coming weekend?
It's this coming weekend.
It's this Saturday.
We're recording this on the 15th, and
6 days away.
Yep. Wow.
I'm excited. You know, we're going to be doing a Q&A as well. And tickets are only $5 for this thing. And it is a feature-length project. I will tell you now, I think it's like 68 minutes. So it's your documentary.
This will probably come out. This podcast will probably come out before then. So if anyone manages to see this podcast before the screener link, then definitely buy it. It's like $5 and it's a really awesome video, really awesome documentary.
It is really cool. It's different. There are very few projects that I can say where I can just pull up any random scene and just show someone it without being like, okay, is there something a little off here in this shot?
Yeah.
Not to say that we're bad at what we do, but it comes to a point where you look at, you know, if you notice there's a small error and you look at that 1,000 times the editing room, you know it's there, even if other people don't realize it.
Right.
That being said, this is the first time where I'm like, yeah, any damn day I could show that to anybody, and I'm like proud of it. I'm just excited to see what people think. It's funny because when we won Best Narrative Feature, I was like, did people think that this was a mockumentary?
Oh no, God! Like, what if they thought that we filmed The Last Dubmaster, just those segments of B-roll, so that we could put them in and, you know, make a parody of a movie, of a documentary.
But now let's think about that. Did they think it was that intriguing of a story and it was that good where we got this?
Clearly.
It happened. This is a true story. Maybe I should have put that in the synopsis. This is a true story. Oh shit, I fuck up already. Well, just, oh man, you know, maybe we should just do Blair Witch Project. We don't say shit. We just kind of like let people just kind of like talk about it, and they just like debate whether or not it exists.
Yeah.
And then
I think we need to just like revel in very unique, creative concepts that sets us apart from other studios trying to, you know, break their way in with their, you know, with their flagships products.
And I think we are, because this is definitely like a unique, fun, quirky project. And I'd say that differently, I guess, than what most documentaries do. Because, you know, I basically just said, all right, Ethan, this is the criteria. Go over, ask questions about how the production went down, be as honest as possible.
Right. And
Ethan was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And he did. And it was something I was going through. And it was the first time, like, wow, some of this just does not make me look good. And I was like, and I had the power in the editing room. Like, I could take it out. I could take it out.
The snap of my fingers.
I could
it's
make it
gone
disappear,
like that.
But I'm not going to. So in a way, this is the first thing, or I guess rarely, where someone will roast themselves essentially on screen. But I wanted it to be authentic, and I didn't want to like shape the narrative. I wanted it to be, you know, how people, you know, felt, and just kind of capture everyone's perspective on how this production went down, because it was a wild production. It was crazy. Like, in itself,
don't just make sure you tease it. Don't give away anything.
It felt like it. Put it this way, I had an adventure putting that movie together, and then I've had an adventure analyzing it and looking back at what happened. And they are two very complementary experiences, although independent. And I have to say, I enjoy this one a lot more.
That's fair.
Than actually putting it together, but we'll see. You know, my goal is that by the time this comes out, there's like #release The Last Dubmaster. Where the fuck is it? I can't find it. We need it. That'd be funny. That'd be the day. But
I think about our future projects, working on the Tub season 2 and Fagatron, which are the ones that are lined up next. So if those are next in like production, I can't even begin to think about like what do we put into production after that, because
I can't either. It's something
that's half client work and then half
right.
self-made, in-house work. So I'm just like, I can't even begin to think about like what product or what project, is coming next. Like, fuck, I don't know.
Dude, I've been thinking about that too. It's like, wow, our slate is almost open after this for the first time in a while, because we've just been rolling into project after project after project.
Our slate is like, because we should wrap Fagatron like January, you said, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be 6 months. I guess he really wants to release it in the summertime, allegedly.
Yeah.
2021. It's coming out in 2021.
I'd happily try to make Fagatron happen, while you're in town, so we can just be as productive as possible.
We're trying to make that happen. But then after that, it's open. So, I mean, in terms of what's next, I don't know. Haven't put too much thought into that. If anything, I know that we're just trying to expand our clientele.
Yeah.
So that's been a huge priority, and that's going to continue to be the priority for a while. But I'm definitely excited for our next original project, whatever it may be. I think we've tackled at this point a lot of different genres. So I'm excited to see, what we decide to pick up next. I always toy around with that idea. I joke, it's like, I wanted to let Stubmaster's dead, let it die. But every now and then it's just like, if for some reason I told myself, if the last Stubmaster, if this like blew up in popularity so much where they were like, hey, we want a sequel, I would happily fucking do it. It'd be fun. Absolutely. RC, I'm going to kill you if you don't shut up. Thank you. I love you.
Damn, I'm going to put the hurt on him.
So, yeah, but I'm definitely excited to see where we decide to go next. I've always wanted to do a Western. So
I've been like
shifting in that direction.
I've been thinking, like, do we even do like narratives at all? Like, do we try to experiment in like some sort of maybe reality or some game show type?
Do a game show. We talked about different. We talked about doing like a game show almost with you and Jordan. I remember early on that was an idea.
Was it we were gonna do game show? It was more reality, wasn't it?
It was more reality of just kind of like you guys just do random shit. And I think that I was really excited about the break room. You guys breaking shit.
That was really supposed to be our pilot of just Jordan and I go to a break room where you break stuff and we try to have funny commentary there, which is still a good idea. I think so.
I think it would be a really fun idea as well. I don't know, man. There's just so many different things. And honestly, we made a plan, like a 6-month plan. And, that plan is going to be done by the end of this year. And, there's a couple twists and turns, but my God, we actually kind of did it. So
in some way, shape, or form, we completed our 6-month goals.
Which I sure as hell didn't see that coming. Yeah. I mean, I was like, let's set the bar high. And I'm like, wow, we kind of have. So I think it's just
through a mix of like creating our own content, working clients and making what they want, and just, starting something. Obviously back in June, we planted the seeds for something to grow. And I think we are seeing a little growth, on the YouTube channel. We're at almost 40 subs that we haven't bought any bots.
No, we haven't. It's like it's slow growth, but it's honest, and
it's not much, but it's honest, but it's honest work.
It's honest work. Speaking of honest work, actually, I just picked up another client for us today, so I'm probably gonna have to start. I'm gonna be doing color grading, a little bit of sound stuff right after this.
Nice. So I'm looking at the one that you sent me a little while ago about Delray Beach.
Because it's a pain in the ass, but
I'm considering it. So I'll get in touch with them. But that's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I mentioned to you the other week, like thinking about finding a job, but then I tell myself, no, just keep trying to do gigs. So I'm kind of like having a little internal battle of what to do there.
Well, I'd say, if I were in that position right now, because thankfully I kind of know pretty much when I graduate what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
But if I were on that fence where I had to do either or, if an opportunity presented itself where it's like you could be making really good money, I don't know, doing whatever you're doing, whether that be, I don't know, writing for a paper or doing something like that, it's like absolutely take advantage of that. The goal for this thing is to build it up to the point where eventually we can just like, okay, drop everything else. This is the steady flow of income. We can go after it. But yeah, no, I definitely understand what you mean, because I mean, this stuff is a lot of fun. It's definitely time consuming though. And it's, I guess the harder thing is really just kind of arguing your worth, because we know how much we're worth. We know what goes into making productions, but a lot of people, they don't understand that when they're first, you know,
even today,
putting out prices.
I've had like almost no time to myself between, and that's sort of because of like, you know, overcrowding, overscheduling, but just between the schoolwork that I've done today, the, you know, the other projects that I've worked on, this, the newspaper that I help out on, it's fucking, today's been pretty tough.
Yeah, man, I know. I'm feeling you. I'm on the same boat right now.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just like just trying to wrap up the year, and then I just want to sit down and I want to make like a definitive 2021 like plan.
Ooh, we should definitely do like a best moments of, should we have a retrospective?
All right. Oh,
for the first year.
Oh,
obviously we're not going to call it the retrospective.
PTSD, Ethan,
we're not going to call it that, but if you want, we can make like a best of Bad Orange 2020, something like that, and showcase like
Slice
either
awards or something like that. I don't know.
No, let's maybe we can do like a little montage with some music of some of the best moments from the stuff we've made so far.
Oh boy, I'd be okay with doing that. I think
something short, like upbeat, high tempo, just something showing like the energy that we brought to 2020.
Yeah. God, for sure. You know, maybe I'll go ahead and save the monologue for when we decide to do this. But it's like, you know, 2020 was a shit show. Yeah. But my God, did we make the best of it? So a lot of great things came out of this year. I'm so excited to just, you know, sit down with Ethan in person and actually do just kind of like reflect back and just kind of like plan our footing for next year. Because I think what worked, we basically came up with a lot of stuff on the fly, and we figured out things that worked, things that didn't work. And right now we have like a very reliable rhythm that we've worked out. And now that we have that, it's awesome, because it's going to make, you know, planning for next year a lot easier, because now we know what we can do. We know our capabilities. We know if we can, how quickly we can get things done. We know if we need to, you know, give ourselves more time for a project, scaling back.
Yeah.
The logistics of even like Ethan shooting a project that I can't be there for, uploading it, and then me having to download it and then import it with subpar software and somehow making it work. It's a big problem solving adventure, but I love it. It's a ton of fun, and just can't wait to see where we go next. That being said, guys, that's all we have for you for today. We're working on a lot of awesome stuff. Please come to the Shoestring Spectacle premiere if you can. It's November 21st at 8 p.m. We're going to be selling tickets all the way up until I think like an hour beforehand, just so we have time to actually send out everything, because there's going to be a lot of invites to be sent. And we're going to have a live Q&A session afterwards. We're trying to get as many cast members as we can that were involved with either the last Dubmaster or the making of this project in particular together, so they can answer your questions. But I promise you, it's well worth it. It's only $5. It's going to be a hell of a night. Great show. Come out and support.
Hell yeah, you got anything? I mean, just stuff for this channel, really. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with any of your friends. I'm moving the microphone all over the place. That's probably not good. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, check out our Instagram, and just give us a share. We always appreciate that. So thank you for watching, everybody.
All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll catch you later.